doubly reinforced T-beams. So this one we move further from the normal T-beams. Remember we have discussed singly reinforced and then the doubly reinforced for rectangular beams. And then we move to T-beams, which is normally a singly reinforced section. But here, there are some cases that uh, T-beam are specifically designed as T-beams. Remember, in normal structure, slab beam connection, when poured monolithically, we can consider it as T-beams. And most of the times, as structural engineers, we do not consider that one, T-beam analysis for slab beam structure. Instead, that could be we could say a factor of added safety for the structure. When you design only for beams, but then actually what happened is nag-resist pa rin yung slab. So nag-a-add siya sa flexural capability ng beam. So that's the time we analyze analytically consider it as T-beams. Um, so most of the time, if you consider T-beams, most of the time singly reinforced din siya kasi nga um, yung area ng concrete sa taas mas lalaki yung lalapad yung area ng concrete sa taas. So compares and then ang kalaban niya sa baba is yung tension. So most probably mas malakas yung compression sa taas. Kaya nga no need na ng additional reinforcement. Remember in doubly, nag-add tayo ng reinforcement, another couple, kasi nga kulang yung um, compression ng concrete sa taas. So, kaya nag-a-add tayo. Now, in singly reinforced na T-beams, medyo malaki yung area sa taas. So, we do not need a additional uh, reinforcement there. But there are, isolated uh, T-beams, yung as I mentioned, for example, yung mga footbridge or even bridges na ang ginagamit nila na beam, ah, T-beam na. Kasi nga, yung flange ng beam is automatic na slab na rin siya um, let's say, slab na rin siya ng bridge. Okay. Kaya T-beam, so pinapagdikit-dikit na lang natin and then to make it a uh, slab. Okay. So, may mga analysis rin na so yun na nga ang mangyari doon is it could be na it could still be not enough kahit naka-T-beam siya kasi nga minsan limited na yung width ng flange natin ng beam. Maybe for fabrication, you know, um, yung mga kakulangan sa fabrication, yung pag-fabricate ng may mga limitations. So, there could be a case na maging kulang pa rin um, yung flange area ng flange. So, although we can consider it as simple beam, for the sake of analysis, we just consider it simple beam and then we neglect yung additional na flange. But um, but if you really pour it monolithically, then you cannot deny it in the field or in practically na mag-a-act pa rin siya as compression. So kasi nga one part of the beam siya. So parang beam pa rin siya na irregular lang siya, hindi siya rectangular. Okay. So so we finished already about T-beams, which is mostly singly reinforced. Now we will move further to doubly reinforced T-beams. So this is a T-beam and then doubly pa talaga yung reinforcement. So can you see can you imagine the the possible steps in designing or investigating a doubly reinforced T-beams. So remember in sa doubly may mga calculations pa tayo na mag-assume ng stress ng um, F ng steel, kung mag-yield ba siya or not. And then so meron tayong iteration ng calculations because of that assumption. And then we need to check that assumption if that is correct. Now sa T-beams naman, i-check naman natin yung compression area kung lumap mas mababa ba sa thickness ng flange, lower than the thickness yeah, deeper than the thickness of flange. Then, so iba naman yung analysis kung A is less than T. If A is greater than T, yun, meron na yung Z. So, pag pinagsabay mo ito, doubly reinforced and then T-beam, so you expect a medyo complicated na calculation. But the step is the same. Okay, so we just have to keep iterating. So that's why I'm encouraging you to always to solve a lot of problems. So in that way, we can familiarize the steps in designing. So I told you na as a design, actually, sa design, mas madali na itong design kaysa sa analysis. So kasi sa design, we just have to follow the steps and you just have to familiarize the steps in designing. So you can attain it by, keep on solving, not just memorizing. It must be, yung keep on solving ng problems. So yun yung technique. Okay? So I will go directly to examples, solve examples for this one. So for the doubly reinforced T-beams. So we have here in this example, sorry, we have a T-beam. Okay, I'll just zoom in. So a T-beam, yung flange niya is 800 mm. This the unit is millimeter. And then ng thickness ng flange is 100 mm. Okay? And then the BW, ang BW natin is 300 mm. And this is, meron siyang 10 millimeter na stirrups. Yan. Ang stirrups, we will learn that after this topic about stirrups. Okay? But let's say that is a stirrup. So 10 mm. And then yung nakapaikot na reinforcement. So, and then meron tayong sa top, dalawang 25 mm, yung black ito, dalawang 25 mm. This is 25 mm. And then yung clear distance sa top is 20. Actually, sana hindi na ito sinali dito yung ito na mga calculations. Mas mabuti kung theoretical na lang sana kasi AS prime and then AS sa baba. Okay, just like the doubly reinforced. Pero in the book, sinali pa niya itong mga, yung distance. We could deal on this topic on the last part, yung sa detailing. Okay? But for the sake sa book, sige, sabay na lang natin ito ng mga ano. So, ang binigay niya dito na given is yung 20 mm. Yung clear distance yun siya. From the top ng beam to the topmost fiber ng stirrups. Okay? We have 20. So that means to solve for D prime, kailangan pa nating i-calculate yung sa gitna ng stirrups to here. That is actually D prime, right? So we need to consider the diameter ng bar and then the diameter ng stirrups and then the 20 millimeter. Okay. The same rin dito sa baba, meron tayong, ang reinforcement natin is nakaganyan. So, parang nakahanging. I don't know how to, how to do it in practice. Minsan, gina-kumpul-kumpul na lang ito. Bundle na siya. Okay. So, but we have here, theoretically, meron siyang spacing na 25 mm. Ito. 25 mm, and then yung clear distance dito is 40. And then, so these are 28 mm diameter. Ang feed nito is means diameter, ha. So, 28 mm diameter. Yan. And then, the given FC prime is 21 megapascal and FY is 415 megapascal. Let's solve for phi mn. Okay, this is actually phi mn. Okay. So the first thing we need to solve is let's solve first the D prime and then the D. Ano yung D? Ang D is the distance, okay, from the center of the reinforcement. Tama, right? Let me correct. Yan, parang ganyan. Ito yung D natin. Right? So, paano yan? Let's solve for D. So, our D here is equal to, ano yung total depth? I-ano na lang natin. I-add natin itong total depth natin, 100 and 400. And then, i-subtract na lang natin itong mga distance dito. So, this is actually, D is equal to 500. Ang 500 galing yan dito sa 100 and 400. So 500 minus the clear distance of 40, right? And then minus the diameter. So ito yung clear distance, 40, and then diameter ng stirrups. So this is minus 10. Kasi nga 10 mm itong diameter. So that distance is 10. Minus the diameter ng rebar sa baba is 8. Sorry, 28. Minus 28. Okay, and then halfway lang. So actually, ito lang yung ano, yan. So halfway, that is, ano yung clear distance? 25, right? So this one will become minus 25 over 2. Okay, halfway ng 25. Yan yung magiging D. So this will result to 409.5 millimeter. Okay. How about our D prime? Our D prime natin sa taas. Right? So this is, i-add naman natin dito kasi galing from the top tayo. So 20 plus diameter of stirrups plus half of the diameter kasi nga sentro lang tayo ng reinforcement. Ito yung D prime. Okay? So this will be 20 plus 10 diameter ng stirrups plus halfway ng diameter ng main reinforcement 25 over 2. So this will be 42.5, sorry, millimeter. Pangit ng writing. Okay. So, um, ang stress analysis naman natin dito, so ano siya, T-beam. So, ang first is yung sa T-beam. Okay? So, sa T-beam, di ba, dalawa yung compression. Meron tayong C1 at saka C2. Okay? And then meron tayong T1. Siguro ipakapalin ko na lang. So, ito yung C1, C2, and then T1. Right? So, dapat magka-equal itong C1 plus C2 it should be equal to T1. Okay? Ano yung C1 natin? Ang C1 is yung compression ng flange, right? So this is basically 0.85 FC prime times area. Anong area? Thickness ng flange times BF. Yan. So kumbaga if yung sa T-beam natin, if I will illustrate this again here, actually kung yan yung T-beam natin, ito yung na area ang ginamin ko sa C1. Ito yung C1 alone sa taas. Okay? Ang sa C2, ang sa C2 is dito. Ayan. So, ito yung sa C1, ito yung sa C2. Okay? So, if I'm going to write this here, ang C2 natin is equal to, kasi concrete ito, so this is 0.85 of FC prime times area. Ano yan? This is actually from the distance Z. So, and then this is our BW. Okay? So, this is, ang area nitong naka-yellow is Z times BW. Okay? Ito sa taas is our BF. And this should be equal to tension 1, which is AS1, yung sa baba, times AS1 FY. Okay? If, actually FS yun siya. FS. Okay. And then, sorry, wait. I have runny nose. So, yung sa doble naman, kasi this one is, the first one is yung, actually this is the MU1. Yun yung capacity ng first couple. Ang MU2 is yung sa second couple. Ano ngayon? This is the compression due to steel and then tension 2. Ano yung compression due to steel? Simply AS FS prime. Ang tension 2 is just equal to AS2, okay? AS2 times, excuse me, FS. Okay. So, yun yung free body diagram natin. Now, page. So, dito naman tayo mag-assume. We need to assume first. Okay, assume that all steel yields. So, anong mangyari? Using MU2, itong result sa MU2. Oh, I'm sorry. Eh, let me delete this one. Assume all steel yields. So using the equation sa MU2 ito actually ang ginamit ko sa MU2. This equation. Okay. So it will be C2 plus, sorry, uh, C2 here is equal to T2, right? If you sum forces along the vertical, summation of forces along the vertical, sorry, along horizontal is equal to 0 here. So CS is equal to T2. So why did I put C2? This is supposed to be CS. So anong mangyari? AS prime, FS prime is equal to AS2, FS2. So, since FS, nag-assume tayo na all steel yields, meaning, kung mag-yield, meaning, ang value is the Fy. So, do we have AS prime, Fy is equal to AS2, Fy. Bakit naging square dito? Prime pala yan. AS2, oh no, no, not prime. Sorry. AS2, Fs. So, pareho sila. Fy, that means cancel lang ito. Kasi nga Fs is equal to Fs prime equals to Fy. So that means ang As prime natin is equal to As2. So, by the way, what is our As2? AS2 sa taas. Ayan, dalawang 25 mm. So, solve na lang natin. 2 times pi over 4 times 25 squared. This is actually 981.748. Ano pa pala? Okay. And then, ang AS, yung total reinforcement sa baba, AS is equal to 8 na 28 mm. Pi over 4 times 28 squared. This will equal to 4,926.017. Okay, so from there, since AS prime is equal to AS2, that means AS1 is actually AS minus AS2. So, ang value ng AS1 natin, para saan yung AS1? Actually, dito yun siya. Ito yung AS1. Para ma-solve natin yan mamaya. That equation. So, AS1 is equal to AS minus AS2. So, this is 4,926.017 minus 981.7. Sorry. 748. So this will equal to 3944.269. Okay? So meron na tayong AS1. Ang point ng pag-solve ng AS1 dito para magamit natin ito na equation. This equation. Okay. So ano yan na equation? So at first we will assume na isang isang area muna itong dalawa, C1 and C2. Okay? So, using that first equation, using MU1 na equation, saan yung MU1? Ito na equation, MU1. So, this is the compression of concrete should be equal to tension 1. So, ipagpalagay mo natin na ang compression ng concrete is 0.85 FC prime times area of concrete, right? Yung area ng concrete under compression only. So, this is equal to T1. Ano yung AS? T1 natin is AS1 FY. Okay? So, bakit natin sinolve natin ang AC? Ang point dito is masolve yung AC. Kasi nga, pag masolve natin yung area ng concrete, i-check natin, ito yung required na area ng concrete. I-check natin kung ang area ng concrete actually na nag-resist is greater ng area ng ano siya, ng flange. So, kung greater than area ng flange, that means T-beam analysis. Pero kung less than area ng flange, meaning singly reinforced analysis siya. Okay, sorry, not singly. Rectangular beam analysis siya. Okay? Remember that one, yung T-beam is parang it will act as rectangular lang siya. Kung ang A is less than T. Okay, so kaya kailangan natin i-solve yung AC. So I'll put the value 0.85 of FC prime 21 times AC is equal to AS1. Meron tayong 3944.269 times FY 415. Then solve for AC. AC here is equal to AC is 91701.492 mm squared. Ngayon, i-check natin siya sa area ng flange. So, ang point ko dito, pag found out natin na greater than area ng flange siya, yung top lang ba? Then, that means T-beam ang analysis. But if less than, then singly reinforced, rectangular analysis lang siya. So, ano yung area ng flange? Ito yung dinamin ko na area ng flange. Ito actually. Yan. Area ng flange. Okay. So what is that? That is just 800 times 100, right? 800 times 100. So ang area ng flange natin is equal to 800 times 100. This is 80,000. Okay? So this is 80,000. Compare mo sa area ng concrete, 91,700. So, that means greater siya. So, ang area ng concrete is greater than AF. So, that means yung area ng flange alone is not enough um for T-beams. Okay? So, kailangan pa niya mag-expand sa baba, dun sa web part. So, hanapin natin yung ano itong Z. Itong Z actually. Yan. This one, Z. Hanapin natin yan na value. Kasi meron naman tayong area required ng concrete. So, we can use that value. Area of concrete is equal to area of flange plus, ano yan siya? Itong Z. Actually, dito yung, if you look at here, yan na area sa baba. Okay? Which is ito yung Z natin. right? So that is just z times 300. Can look at here. Z times 300. So going back here, this is 300 Z. Let's input the value. We have 91701.492. Area of lunch 80,000 plus 300 Z. Then we can have the value of Z 39.005 millimeter. So, ang total A natin, hindi yung beta 1C, okay? Wala pa tayo dyan. Doon. So, ang A natin is, ang total depth ng compression. So, what I'm saying is, ito na lahat ang area ng concrete under compression. Yan. So, hindi na siya rectangular. T-beam na siya. So, ano yan na area? So, ang total area ito yung distance na A. Right? So, let's go back here. It will be A. So, ang A natin is equal to Z plus the thickness ng slab. So, this is equal to 39.005 plus the thickness 100. So, this is 139.005. So, dito na tayo yung C. Ang C is equal to A over beta 1. By the way, ang beta 1 natin, 21 megapascal man yung Fc prime. So, that is automatically 0.85. So, A is 139.005. Sorry. 0.5 over beta 1 of 0.85. So, what will happen, this is 163.535 millimeter. So, yun yung C. So, ang point dito, masolve natin yung C. Bakit? We need to check your assumption. So, check assumption. Ano yun? Fs is equal to 600 times D minus C over C. So, this is 600 times D. D natin is 409.5 minus 163.535 over 163.535. This is equal to 902.431. So this is greater than Fy. Ang Fy natin is just 400. Sorry. It's 415. So this is greater than Fy. So okay yung assumption natin kasi we assume na greater than Fy siya lahat. Yung first, okay siya. How about Fs prime? Ang Fs prime is 600 times D minus, sorry. This should be C minus D prime over C. So this is 600 times C. Ang C natin is 163.535 minus D prime 42.5 over C 163.535. So this will be 444. So this is still greater than Fy. That means tama yung assumption natin, compression yields. So let's say assumptions are correct. So what will happen? Then we can solve the VMN. Ano yung VMN natin? is equal to phi times C1 times D minus T over 2. Ito yung formula natin. Okay, plus phi times C2 times D minus T minus Z over 2. Then plus phi of compression due to steel times D minus D prime. By the way, what is phi here? Phi. Ang phi, magbase yan siya sa Fs natin. Kung ang Fs natin is greater than 1,000, then that is 0.9. But if less than 1,000, but greater than Fy, we need to use the transition 0.65 plus 0.25 times 902.431 minus 415. Ito yung Fs. Ito. So minus over 1,000 minus Fy of 415. So this is equal to 0.858. So we can expand this actually. Phi mn is equal to phi, ano yung C1? 0.85 Fc prime thickness times thickness of flange times Bf times D minus T over 2 plus phi times 0.85. Ito yung C2. ZBW times D minus T minus Z over 2 plus phi. Itong C2, compression ng steel CS is equal to AS prime FS prime D minus D prime. Alright, so let's input the value here. Ang phi natin is 0.858. So, 0.858. Okay, medyo mahaba ito. 0.85 times FC prime 21 times thickness ng flange 100 times BF is 800 times 409.5 minus 100 thickness over 2. That is actually A for the flange. Then, dito ko lagay sa baba, plus 0.85. Sorry, 858. Yeah, that should be correct. 858 times 0.85 times 21 times 39.05 times 300. Then multiply it by 409.5 minus 100 minus 39.005 over 2. Then plus yung compression ng steel 0.858 times 981.748 times 415, that is ASFY, okay, times 409.5 minus D prime 42.5. So if you will calculate this one, you will come up with a value of 620.732 kilonewton meter. Okay. So, the good thing here is nag-assume tayo na ang steel is nag-yield. And then, it turns out na nag-yield talaga yung steel. Now, what if hindi siya nag-yield? So, let's proceed to another example here. So, in the second example, we have 800 yung BF thickness 100. Idiretso na ko na lang bigay yung mga given. Okay. And then D is 412.5 and then D prime is 40. BW is 300. Then AS natin is anim na 25 mm. And then AS prime, dalawang 20. FC prime is 21 megapascal and FY is 415. Let's solve for phi mn. Okay, phi mn. So I'll jump directly to assumption. Assume all steel yields. So we have C of compression of steel is equal to the tension 2. So this one is AS prime FS prime equal to AS2 FS. Okay. But since Fs prime is equal to Fs is equal to Fy, kasi nag-assume tayo na mag-yield itong dalawa, equals to Fy. So this one will be cancelled. So ganun pa rin. Yung AS prime natin is equal to AS2. Ano ba yung AS2 natin? Ang AS2 natin is dalawang 20 mm. 2 times pi over 4 times 20 squared. This is equal to 628.319. Okay? So, ang AS1 natin is equal to AS minus AS2. Actually, galing sa equation na AS is equal to AS1 plus AS2. So, practically, yung total area ng steel sa baba is nahati siya to AS1 and AS2. Wherein part ng yung AS1 natin is for the first couple, yung area ng concrete versus steel. Ang AS2 natin is for the second couple, yung steel to steel. Okay? So, yung AS1 natin, isolve natin yung AS1. Ano yung total AS? Meron tayong total AS. 6 na 25 mm. So we can write here 6 times pi over 4 times 25 squared. Right? That is basically pi d squared over 4. Merong anim, so times 6 minus 628.319. So this is 2316.924 mm squared. So let's proceed to next equation. C compression ng concrete is equal to T1. So ito, solve naman tayo ng area ng concrete. So what will happen, this is 0.85 FC prime, area ng concrete. I-generalize muna natin itong dalawa. And then i-check natin sa area ng flange. AS1 times FY. So, sorry for my runny nose. 0.85 FC prime is 21 times area ng concrete is equal to AS1 2316.924. Okay, times FY. Nag-yield siya, so this is 415. Solving for AC here, AC is 5386.861 mm squared. Ano yung area ng flange? Ang area ng flange is 800 by 100. So this is 80,000. So this is 80,000 area ng flange. Ang kailangan lang ng area ng concrete is only 53. Ang area ng flange is 80, meaning sufficient yung area ng flange to combat the tension. So, what will happen in T-beam natin, if I will draw here illustration, yan, ito yung T-beam natin. Sorry, hanggang dito lang yung compression area. If I'm going to, yan, kung makita nyo, yan lang yung compression area. So, the good thing kung ganito is automatically yan na yung A. Okay? Then, you don't have to solve for Z. Yung Z is yung sa below pa yan ng flange. My apology, nag-hang up yung tablet ko. So, wait. Nag-hang yung tablet ko. So, solve natin itong A. Ano yung A? A, well, that is basically 800. So, ito yung 800, right? So, ang area ng concrete, yung area ng yellow, 800. So, area ng concrete is equal to 800 times 8. Okay, meron na tayong area ng concrete. This is 53866.861 is equal to 808. Solve for A. So, ano ngayon yung A? Wait, bakit hindi magalaw yung, let me, ito na, gumalaw na. So, ang A natin is just 67.334 millimeter. So, tingnan nyo, ang A is just less than 100. So, hindi na ubos yung buong flange natin. So, given the A, we can solve for C, right? A over beta 1. Beta 1 natin is 0.85. So, this is 67.334 over 0.85. So, this is 79.216. From here, we can check our assumption. Okay. So, check. Check natin yung assumption. Ano yung Fs? 600 times D minus C over C. So this is 600 times D 42.5 minus 79.216 to yung C 79.216. This is equal to 2524.369. So this is 2524. This is greater than Fy. So tension still yields. How about, let's add, sorry, Fs prime. 600, I'll jump directly to the value. 600 times 79.216 minus d prime of 40. Divide natin sa 79.216. This is equal to 297.031. So, see here, 297. This is less than Fy, which is less than 450. So, meaning, wrong assumption. Mali na yung assumption natin. So, mag-assume naman tayo ulit. What will happen? Kung mag-assume tayo, kasi ang lumabas dito, ang Fs nag-yield, ang tension nag-yield. But yung compression still is not, hindi nag-yield. So, ang next assumption natin, ano na natin, conform na natin sa output natin. Okay? So assume tension still yields and and compression still yields. Okay. Ah, sorry. Compression still, I'm sorry, does not yield. So ang tension still nag-yield, but ang compression sa taas na still hindi nag-yield. Okay. So let's go back to the equation. Tension is equal to compression ng concrete plus compression ng steel. So, ano yun? Tension. Ano yung tension? AS Fs is equal to 0.85 Fc prime A BF. Okay, A times BF plus AS prime Fs prime. Okay? So, ano yung AS? Hindi natin solve yung S, no? So, sulat lang natin. 6 times pi over 4 times 25 squared. So, ito sa tension, ito yung tension steel. Fs natin. So, ang assumption natin dito nag-yield siya. So, we can put 415. So, yun lang yung difference. Kung ano yung in-assume natin na mag-yield, then we can put directly the value of Fy. Then, doon yung Fs na equation sa hindi nag-yield na assumption natin. So, this is 0.85 times 21. So, ano itong A? Itong A, actually, itong A, ito yung beta C, beta 1C, right? So, we can write 0.85 times C times 800. Ito yung BF, 800. Plus AS prime, plus, sulatan na natin, 2 times pi over 4 times 20 squared. Ayusin natin. 20 squared times. So, dito na yung, ito yung value ng Fs prime. Kasi ang assumption natin is hindi siya mag-yield ng Fs prime. So, dito natin ilagay yung equation na 600. 600. May space pa ba? Can I put that here? So, this is, I'm going to 600 times C minus D prime, okay? C minus D prime over C, okay? Kasi nasa Fs prime tayo. So, we solve for C. Solve yung C kasi meron mga equation ganyan. So, using our calculator, we can solve the value of C equal to, so it turns out it's equal to 84.365 millimeter. Then from C, we can check our um we can check our assumption. So Fs is 600 times D minus C over C. This is equal to 600 times D. Ang D natin is 412.5 minus C, 84.365 over 84.365. This is 2,333. So this is 0.681. This is greater than Fy. So, okay yung assumption natin kasi yung assumption natin tension still yields. How about the Fs prime? Fs prime natin is 600 times C minus D prime over C. Okay? So, wag yung interchange yung value ng Fs and Fs prime ha. So, this is 600 times C 84.365 minus 40 over 84.365. So this is actually equal to 315.522. So this is 315. This is less than Fy. So kahit less than Fy, correct pa rin yung assumption natin. Meaning does not yield yung Fs prime natin. So assumptions are correct. Okay? So, check natin yung Fs. Ang Fs is greater than 1,000, right? So, ito yung baseline natin. Therefore, phi is equal to 0.9. So, that is tension control. Meron pa tayong A. Wala pang A. So, A is equal to beta 1 times C, right? So, beta 1 is 0.85 times C, 84.365. So this is 71.7, 71.710. Okay? Yun yung value ng A. So we can solve now phi mn. So, dalawa, compression ng concrete. So ito, isa lang dito sa concrete kasi nga hindi umabot sa yung sa baba ng flange. Yeah. Baba ng flange yung compression natin. So within flange lang tayo. This is 0.85 FC prime A times BF. Yan yung area ng concrete. D minus A over 2 plus P AS prime FS prime D minus D prime. Okay. Let's put the value. Meron pa palang fee. Merong fee dito. So this is 0.9 times 0.85 times FC prime 21. A is 71.710 times 800. BF D is 412.5 minus 71.710 over 2. Dito ko lang natin yung sa baba. Plus 0.9 times 2 pi times 20 squared over 4. Okay. Times 315.522 times 412.5 minus d prime 40. Okay. Then we can solve phi mn is 413.585 kilonewton meter. So, nakita niyo parang doubly reinforced lang siya na investigation. Assume and then check. So, nagdagdag lang yung pag-solve ng A. Kung ang A is less than thickness ng flange or greater than thickness ng flange. So, yun. So, kung greater than thickness ng flange, dalawa yung compression natin. Yung sa flange at saka yung sa baba ng flange. Yun lang. So actually, sa second example, this is solving area. So this is design part. So gano'n naman, parang pareho lang ito ng ano, So I would like you to answer it by yourself. Itong designing, say more than 1 hour na tayo. So maging boring na pag more than 1 hour na tayo. Okay? So make sure to solve it by yourself. Itong designing ng AS is parang doble reinforced lang siya na steps. So kagandahan sa design is we do not have to we do not have to assume. It's like yung investigation. Mag-assume muna tayo. Okay? Kasi sa designing, kung ano yung makuha natin na FS, yun na diretso yung gamitin natin sa equation. So find the AS. Okay? So i-check lang natin kung nag-yield ba siya. Kasi kung ang lumabas na FS is greater than FY, we cannot use yung actual na FS. Hanggang FY lang tayo. Ang maximum na gamitin natin. And then kung less than FY, then yun na yung actual na gamitin natin. Yun lang ang bantay natin sa designing. Okay? So we'll stop from here. Our next topic will be about shear reinforcement. Yun yung stirrups. Thank you.